Howdy folks, hope you're all enjoying your weekend and welcome back to Far Cry 6 Greek Wildlands. In the last episode, without killing too many people, we did manage to actually meet the legendary Greek physician Hippocrates, and he does remember treating our mother, Marini, many years ago. However, at the time, he was young and stupid, and he didn't really know enough about medicine to be able to help us, so instead he sent her to the priests of Asclepius. It turns out that the priests at the sanctuary of Asclepius keep records of everybody that they treat, and so if we can find one of the older priests who was around at the time, they might actually be able to help us. Asclepius was the Greek god of medicine, although as far as his priests were concerned, the extent of their actual medical treatment was restricted mostly to just praying and making offerings. Technically, they did nothing more than keep their fingers crossed and just hope that you got better, although given that at the time the Greeks believed that sickness and illness were sent by the gods, so by the standards of the day this was actually considered effective medical treatment. But you can see why physicians like Hippocrates, who weren't really completely satisfied with this approach and thought, well, maybe there's something we can do as well, made such a huge impact on the state of medicine in the ancient Greek world.
I need to talk to him.
Alright, there's the priest we need to speak to. Fantastic. Well spotted, Icarus. Now, despite the actual medical treatment of his priests being about as effective as an ashtray on a motorbike, Asclepius has actually left a mark on the modern world of medicine. Hang on, what? You were close to your target. Yeah, I know,
There he is.
Okay, there's another priest I need to speak to. Alright. And apparently
He's over there.
a third priest that I need to speak to. Okay, this has just gone a bit more complicated. But anyway, yes, Asclepius has still left his mark on modern medicine. If you've ever seen a Medicaid necklace or bracelet with the symbol of Asclepius on it, a staff entwined with snakes, that's all him.
The sanctuary of Asclepius, god of medicine. I'd rather trust a physician than a god to heal me.
Snakes were actually closely associated with medicine in the ancient Greek world, and apparently Asclepius got his knowledge of medicine from a snake that licked his ear clean and whispered medical secrets into his ear. Hence the association of snakes with Asclepius and, by extension, modern medicine. Asclepius's mother was a mortal woman, but his father was Apollo. And Apollo was also closely associated with medicine too. You'll often see statues of Apollo wrestling with a snake, for example. Asclepius also had several children, one of whom was a daughter named Hygeia. And it's from this daughter's name that we actually get the modern word hygiene. Things did not end well for Asclepius, however. He brought somebody back from the dead, and apparently this seriously upset Hades, the god of the underworld, who had a word with his brother Zeus, and Zeus had Asclepius killed. Greek gods. It's like watching a South American daytime soap opera.
Filthy, disgusting creatures! I can't work under these conditions. If you're here for your purification bath, you'll have to come back another time.
I'm here for information.
In that case, you can go straight to Hades.
I need to know about a Spartan woman who came through here many years ago.
Did that eagle of yours shit in your ears? I'm under strict orders not to talk to any mercenaries. Especially not about Spartan women or injured babies.
My eagle will tear out your tongue, priest.
Forgive me, not the tongue. Not like Medon. Chrysis threatened anyone who speaks to the eagle bearer.
Did she? Tell me about the woman and her baby, and I won't drown you in your bathhouse. How's that for a threat?
Please, no! There's already a corpse in there.
What are you talking about?
Snakes!
Snakes.
They're everywhere! Must have escaped from the Tholos. We keep them for treatments, but they invaded the bathhouse.
The snakes killed someone?
A patient was purifying himself when they slithered in. Turns out he's terrified of snakes. Fell over dead. Now the snakes have made him their home.
What if I took care of your snake problem? Would you talk to me then?
Oh, most definitely. The purification bath is crucial in the path towards healing.
I'll take care of your snake problem. Then, you'll tell me what I need to know.
To be completely fair to the priests of Asclepius, while they might not have understood the reasons why, the whole idea of taking purification baths would have actually been quite helpful, because obviously proper hygiene is important in terms of healthcare. Anyway, let's sort out these snakes. And that Croesus woman, the priestess of Hera, who was threatening Hippocrates' student and apprentice back at his clinic in Argos, she is definitely going to be a problem. She wants Hippocrates killed on a charge of impiety for refusing to say that his medical skills are a gift of the gods. She's getting a bit jealous of the success of his treatment, which from her point of view may be slightly understandable, but now she's also threatening the priest of Asclepius if they speak to me about my mother. Huh.
And? Is the bathhouse free of snakes?
I carved up every single one of those slimy malakes.
My babies! What have you done to my babies?
Uh-oh.
Your snakes infested my bathhouse. A sick man is dead because of them.
You did this!
Yes, I did.
Good snakes are dead snakes.
You'll pay for this! I curse you.
Well,
Well, what?
I took care of the snakes. Now you're going to tell me about the Spartan woman and the baby.
I actually don't know anything. It was before my time. The man who does know is Mivan, but he won't tell you. He won't tell anyone anything.
Yeah. Yeah, this Croesus woman isn't the only person around here who needs a good stabbing.
I like your snakes. At least I got a name. Mivan.
Well, apparently there's at least one of the priests here that I need to speak to. And he also seems to have a quest for me. I suppose I could have just climbed the wall, but let's at least try to be civilised. And there he is. Hello, old fella.
Greetings, young one. Come to offer Asclepius a sacrifice?
No. But I'm searching for a Spartan mother who may have.
The great goddess Hera guides many mothers to the sacred place. Surely I'm too feeble to remember them all.
What are these stone slabs for?
These are records. We document all who pass through, their illnesses, treatments, so that the glory of Asclepius can be celebrated.
Then I don't need your memory. I just need to find the right stone.
Yes, of course. That's very wise indeed. If only I had the time to help you.
Drag him around by the scruff of the neck will be nice.
Listen, I am not here to hurt you. I'm just looking for my mother.
It's Chrysis. She's got every priest in the sanctuary under her thumb, and she'll squash anyone who feeds information to the Eagle Bearer.
Then don't tell me anything. Just bring me to the stone that can.
Follow me then. Quickly. We must be discreet.
Lead the way.
Discreet. Have you seen me? I've got more weapons than Texas.
Over here. If anyone is watching, they'll have my head.
What kind of sanctuary isn't safe for its priests?
Times have changed, Eagle Bearer.
The person that Asclepius brought back from the dead, by the way, which led to him being killed by one of Zeus's thunderbolts, was Hippolyta. And this actually ties into some of the other characters in the game. Hippolyta was one of the sons of Theseus, the slayer of the Minotaur.
I remember this tale. Written during the time of the great Elot revolt. You would have been only a child.
I don't need the history, just the details.
It tells the tale of a woman with worms in her throat. Asclepius took off her head so we could remove them, then reattached it in her sleep.
Definitely not the right one. I wonder what Hippocrates would think of these treatments.
Hippocrates is a fine healer. Showed so much promise.
Showed? He's healing the sick right now.
He puts too much faith in his hands, and not enough in the gods.
When it comes to life and death, I prefer hands. Are all the testimonies so outrageous?
Writers today, Thucydides, Euripides, the petulant Aristophanes, all of them try for realism. But what really inspires is greatness, magic, gods. This one tells the tale of a man with sword wounds. A pack of dogs licked him clean, and Eureka! A man's best friend indeed.
This is hopeless.
These stories give people hope, Eagle Bearer.
Well, I'm losing mine. Tell me about Chrysis.
A very powerful, dangerous woman. But it was not always so. She was abandoned here as a child and taken in by the priests. Taught the ways of the gods. She learned very quickly. Was very strong-willed, and before too long, it was the priests who listened to her. She was loved, but there is an anger in her heart that could not be soothed. So, when her methods turned to madness, anyone who opposed her got...
Got what?
I've already said too much.
And what about this one? Let me guess. It tells the tale of a blind woman who had her eyes licked by snakes.
It reads of Sparta. Came here with child. Sought pity from the gods.
Why is most of it scratched out?
Oh, I'll just tell you. I know this one by heart. The Spartan woman arrived filthy and bleeding from her travels. We cared for her, gave her food, a bath, and she left. Where she went, I do not know. The child could not be saved.
Who does know where she went?
We've been spotted. Meet me later, near the olive tree of Heracles, at the entrance of the sanctuary. I may have something for you.
And what do we have here? A priest and a mercenary out for a friendly stroll?
May the gods be with you, Plistos. I was just on my way to the archives when this Misthios bumped into me.
Is that so? And what were you both chatting about so fervently, might I ask?
I'm filthy and could use a good bath. The kind priest here was pointing me in the direction of the bathhouse.
Yes, that's correct. The bathhouse is right over there. Now, if you'll excuse me.
The baths are for healing the sick, not for washing the blood off one's hands. Leave.
Okay, that was kind of close. Anyway, back to the story of Hippolyta and how it all ties into the death of Asclepius. Hippolyta, one of Theseus' sons. His stepmother, Theseus' second wife, Phaedra, kind of fancied a spot of rumpy bumpy with her stepson. When Hippolyta found out about this, he rejected her advances. She then killed herself, and in her suicide note, and this, by the way, is the version told by Euripides, which is kind of ironic as well, because the priest actually just mentioned him, the Argolian playwright, who we met at Pericles' party in Athens, and whose information is the reason why we're here looking for our mother in the first place. He actually wrote a play on this subject, and in his version, upon reading his wife's suicide note, falsely accusing his son of making unwanted sexual advances to his stepmother, Theseus used one of three wishes granted to him by Poseidon to have his son killed. Asclepius brought him back from the dead. This pissed off Zeus, because if anybody gets killed by gods around here, they stay killed, sunshine. And Zeus knocked Asclepius off with a thunderbolt. Like I said, Greek gods, it's like watching a daytime South American soap opera.
I thank you for your discretion, Eagle Bearer. Chrysis has many eyes and ears throughout the sanctuary.
What else can you tell me about the Spartan woman and child?
The woman left the child's blanket behind. We tried to return it, but it was too painful a memory for her.
Where did she go? What happened to the child?
So, Chrysis was right. You knew the rules, Timoxenos. You will suffer her wrath.
Plistos, please.
Get behind me, priest. I'll deal with these two.
Hang on a minute. Einmanieten, bitte. These are cultist gods. Oh well, I don't feel quite so bad about this. Yep, those silver face masks on the helmets are a dead giveaway. So, Croesus is sending cultist guards after me, is she? Well, she's kind of played her hand a little early here. And I thought I recognised her voice. When I spoke to her in Argos, I'd definitely heard that voice before. I didn't recognise her because at the time when I first heard that voice, she was wearing a mask and some robes. But she was definitely present at the annual general meeting of the Cult of Cosmos underneath the Oracle at Delphi. So she is definitely gonna need a good stabbing. Oh, bollocks. This is not a cultist guard, that's an Athenian soldier. Must have just been randomly passing by when he saw the slaughter and decided to intervene, so this is probably going to be trouble. Oh. Multiple murders in broad daylight, dozens of witnesses, not even a one-star bounty alert. Oh, that seems fair. Right, okay. Well, I think that's enough of a smoking gun for me. Croesus is definitely a member of the Cult of Cosmos and requires a damn good stabbing. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves, though. I don't even know where she is, and there are two other leads that I need to chase up here at the sanctuary. And there's one of them.
Same sickness as the rest. This is very troubling. May Asclepius spare her from suffering.
Will she live?
Not unless the gods heed our prayers. Many sick Athenians have arrived in Argolis recently, and very few have left. This poor girl has the same sickness.
Wait, there's a plague in Athens?
Is there anything I can do to help?
I was warned of the Eagle Bearer. Wants nothing but drachmi for blood, I was told.
We're wasting time, priest. We can discuss what I want when this sick girl's needs are taken care of.
Her illness seems to have no cure, and it's spreading. Our sacrifices have done little to draw the attention of the gods.
Yeah, fancy that.
Pigs, goats, all have fallen on deaf ears. We need a beast whose blood will ignite these flames for Asclepius to see.
What did you have in mind?
There is a rumor of a bull with skin as white as snow roaming the sanctuary outskirts. Head west of here, towards the coast. Bring it to me alive, and we'll offer a sacrifice the gods cannot ignore. I'm touched you will help these people, but I know why you're really here. Chrysis made all priests swear oaths to seal our lips in the face of the eagle-bearing Mystios, or forfeit our lives. But I serve the gods and the sick. My oaths are to them.
Tell me about Chrysis. She has everyone terrified.
We taught her everything we knew about healing, about the gods. Then she found new teachers, people in masks.
Oh, yeah.
Changed her, turned her heart black. They became her gods.
I'll find this bull for you.
So, a lot of sick people coming through Argos from Athens. There was actually a plague in Athens during the Peloponnesian War, and it's the plague that actually killed Pericles. But anyway, I must focus on the matter at hand. I hope you lot are suitably impressed, by the way. I've picked one mission and I've stuck to it. This is very unlike me. Anyway, we need to make an offering to the gods to save this Athenian girl. And not any old offering will do. We need the white bull spotted roaming around the outskirts of the sanctuary to the west. Okay. The Greeks were very big on making sacrifices and offerings to the gods. Well, it wasn't just the Greeks, pretty much everybody at this period in history was into it. But the Greeks were very practical about it. Now, you might be thinking, well, you know, if you take a bull that could feed a family of 5 for a month, and you just give it to the gods, isn't that a bit wasteful? Well, yeah, but that's not actually how the sacrifices worked. You see, the gods couldn't eat the bull. Of course they couldn't, don't be silly, the gods are all on Mount Olympus. But if you take a bull, sacrifice it and make a burnt offering out of it, the smoke from the burning bull will rise to Mount Olympus and the gods can feast on that. And then you can eat the cooked bull afterwards. Ah, you see? Very practical people, the Greeks. Well, the bull is down here in these ruins. There's also a pretty big gang of bandits. So there's going to be bloodshed.
The watch will be vigilant here.
Hold still. Gotcha. Didn't give the alert either. Oh, there's an ancient tablet here. You use those, by the way, for upgrading your ship. Right. Kill bandit leader, free 3 captives, and find the ancient tablet. Do you see how crap I'm being at the moment? Oh shit. I walked right past him. Jingles, you failure. I didn't tag him when I scouted the area with Icarus, so I just assumed, well, if I didn't tag him, there's nobody there, yeah? Yeah, wrong. Luckily, that was the bandit leader, so we're almost done with the location objective. You have to look on the bright side. Luckily he was alone. Right, and let's not forget, we're actually here for this white bull. Although it wouldn't hurt if we were to free all the prisoners and find the ancient tablet and get the location objective while we're here. Seems a bit wasteful to not do it all. Okay, that's one of the captives. There's the bull. It looks a bit dead. I do hope that's not going to be a problem. Looks like the bandits have killed it for food. Who is that? Somebody running around on the road up there. Oh, if they're running around on the road, they're not my problem. A couple of guys down there need a good stabbing as well. I wonder if I can possibly take them both out quietly. There's one. Oh! Okay, I get it. That's the prisoner that I freed. That's why he was chasing after him. Oh, what are you doing out of your cage? Come back here this instant. Okay. Well, provided a handy distraction anyway. Who's next? There's an elite down there. Kill him if I have to, but I don't necessarily have to. Grab what I can when I can. Oh, this is going to be an easy kill.
He died willingly. I'll take his heart for the sacrifice. It'll have to do.
Yeah. There's another prisoner over there. Let's grab the bull's heart while we're here.
Not the best feeling.
Free the prisoner. Spartan soldiers. Huh. Still looking for the ancient tablet and one other prisoner.
I hope this heart is enough. If they want the whole bull, they can come get it themselves.
Why did I knock him out? That's better. Fat fingers. Hit the E key instead of the F key. Well, where is the other prisoner anyway? One more captive and an ancient tablet. Let's have a look. Icarus, go find. Well, there's the ancient tablet. And there's the other prisoner. Sounds like somebody just found a body. Well, they're going to keep searching up there, which is not where I am. Let's free this Spartan soldier. You can actually, you don't have to unlock the cage, you can just batter it, but My aim wasn't great. Okay. And if he goes running off and gets spotted by any of the bandits, then they're going to go chasing after him. So it's all good. Just grab the ancient tablet and we're done. And then we can head back to the sanctuary. Oh right, that's another one of the captives. Okay, I thought it was a guard. Right, let's grab the tablet. Location complete. Now let's head back and see a priest about this sick Athenian girl.
Did you find the white bull?
Not exactly, no.
I couldn't bring it back alive. But I did manage to collect its heart.
This won't be enough to please Asclepius. The beast died unwillingly, and with just the heart, we'll only be able to pray for one life.
Please, Mythios. The white bull you killed was mine.
Oh, I didn't kill it.
My farm feeds half of our lease. If I die, people will starve.
I beg you! My husband was killed by the sickness. I have 2 small children. Who will take care of them if I die? I am wealthy and will pay you for this blessing.
It's okay. Give the sacrifice to them.
You did this. You choose whose prayers get heard by the gods.
Okay, first of all, I didn't kill the farmer's bull, the bandits did, so this is on them, not me. Secondly, if she's so rich and wealthy, why is she so concerned about who's going to look after her children? I'm pretty sure all of that cash can buy a solution to your problem. The kid is the only one of the 3 who's got nothing and has shown the slightest bit of consideration for anybody other than
I
themselves.
know what it's like to be small and forsaken. Pray for the girl.
You'll regret this.
Pretty sure I won't.
Not an easy choice, Mystios, but it's been made. The rest is in the hands of the gods.
I did my part, priest.
The Spartan woman you're after.
You've met her?
Her visit to the sanctuary is legendary, but sadly, it was before my time. The man you want is Midon, the elder priest. He spoke of her often. That is, before he cut out his tongue.
Cut out his tongue?
When he's not healing the sick, he's in the guest house. Spends a lot of time being tended to by the servants.
Thank you. I won't forget you helped me.
And these people won't forget you helped them.
Well, they will forget I helped them because they're all going to die. Even the little girl, because burning a bull's heart isn't going to cure the plague, is it? But there's that name again, Medon, the elder priest. And that explains why the first git of a priest that we spoke to thought it was so funny when we said we were going to talk to him. He's not going to talk to anybody. He's cut his own tongue out. There's almost certainly an interesting story behind that, although actually getting to hear the story could be interesting, because he's got no tongue. Well, let's go and see what we can do. Oh, so this is him being tended to by the servants, is it? Good for you, you dirty old bastard.
Guards! They're dead. And you must be Midon.
He doesn't speak.
So I've heard. I'm here to find out why.
Chrysis did this to him.
I thought he did this to himself.
To prove his loyalty to her.
Now, why would Chrysis want an elder priest to cut out his tongue?
Midon is a caring, generous man.
I want answers from him, not you. Tell me about the Spartan woman and her baby.
He can only answer yes or no.
Yeah, that does actually make sense. Okay.
The Spartan woman, was her name Myrine?
Okay, we're on the right track.
They said she had a baby with her. Was it hers?
The baby was close to death when they arrived. Midon prayed for its life.
You saved the child. No.
He did everything he could, but the baby was badly wounded.
Did she tell you where she was going? Do all sanctuary priests take their servants to bed?
Yeah, go on, Cassandra. Dig some dirt. You ask the important questions.
Sacred. Right. I know why Chrysis made you cut out your tongue. The night my mother brought my brother here, you and your priests left him for dead. And Chrysis didn't like you telling the story.
That's not what happened!
What do you know? You're too young to have been there.
He told me the story many times before that witch stole his voice. He tried to save the baby, did everything he could. I don't believe you. Dead. How can my baby be dead?
I don't know what to tell you. You were lucky he survived as long as he did. That fall was devastating.
My baby! My baby!
Listen, there's nothing we can do for you anymore. You'd best be on your way. Ray is here.
They're gone. They're both gone.
Wait, my brother's not dead. Why would they tell her that he was dead?
He wept for that Spartan woman so far from home. Her baby barely recognizable. Hardly
Yeah, he knows the truth.
Tell me, please. I need to know.
Not even Apollo could save the child. Medon told me how the Spartan woman wept, held the baby in her
He's
arms,
been lying to you,
sang
sweetheart.
with him,
He's been
before
lying to
finally
everybody.
leaving him to the gods.
Chrysis took the baby, didn't she?
Yeah.
And she made you cut out your tongue to hide the truth.
Yep.
Where is Chrysis?
There is an altar where people offer their sick babies to be healed. This is where she took the child. Find it near the statue of Apollo Maleatas, and you'll find Chrysis.
People come to this sanctuary to heal. But I come here and find people dying without hope, priests without tongues, and babies left with an insane woman.
Yeah, you're very sorry.
My mother was a fool to trust any of you. I'm going to find Chrysis, and she's going to pay for what she's done.
I'm not sure one stabbing is going to be enough.
Hush, my child. May Ira bless our sacred family.
Cultist confirmed, although at this point it was kind of obvious. And she's only level 16, so this should be an incredibly easy kill.
There's the statue of Apollo, and the altar. Chrysis will find a lot more than a helpless infant waiting for her. A warning. Must be getting close.
I don't know how well you can all hear that, but there's a baby crying in the distance. Right now, that's the best clue we have. Also, the fact that there's a quest marker over there, telling us to help the crying baby. You know it's going to be a trap, don't you? I mean, she's an old woman. She's not going to defeat us through strength of arms alone. Oh, cultist guards.
Cultists will die here.
How many? Just the two? Poison up. Oh, dodge that. That's a very, very big halberd he's waving around. Got him. Right. Into the temple and confront, once I've looted the bodies, this evil witch.
Killing seems to run in your bloodline, oh mighty eagle bearer.
Don't you dare speak of my family, Snake.
I still remember the night your mother brought me my child. The sad, pathetic thing, crying in the rain. Had I known then that Mirini had 2 children. But here you are. My family is complete.
You let my mother believe her baby was dead.
But he was. Oh, how she wept when his little heart stopped beating. But then I took care of him. placed him on this very altar, screamed for the gods to spare his life, and they listened.
Kill her right now, or get more information.
What did you do with my brother?
I saved his life by teaching him to suffer, to know pain so well that he would learn to welcome it like an old friend. And now he will teach all of the Greek world to know that pain.
You tortured him? He was just a baby!
I taught him to survive. This world is cruel. It demands strength or death. So I gave him strength.
Where did my mother go that night?
That weakling crawled to the hills of Corinth. The monger was supposed to deliver her back to me, but she can't hide forever. She will give us more children.
Not if I have anything to do with it.
I'll run my spear through your throat for the pain you've caused.
This world is pain. I gave Demos strength to cope. Your mater was a weakling who whined to the gods like a pig on an altar. I am more a mother to her child than she will ever be. I can be a mother to you too, Eagle Bearer.
This goes beyond my family. You and your cult are going to destroy the Greek world. You bring nothing but suffering.
You talk of suffering, and yet you come drenched in blood and threaten my life. You are a killer, just like your brother. Here, let me show you.
Ah, shit. Get stabbing, or save the baby.
My child!
This baby's yours?
He was dying. Chrysis had me bring a gift to Ira so that he might be protected.
Chrysis lit the temple on fire with the boy and me inside.
Chrysis is a servant of Ira. She does what needs to be done.
What?
What needs to be done? She left your baby to burn alive.
And you saved him. God's bless you, Eagle Bearer. Sleep now.
Bitch, be crazy. Kid's gonna die anyway. Hasn't received any medical
Sure, saving
treatment.
that baby was the right thing to do. Chrysis' reign of terror must end. If what Chrysis said was true, Myrine believes my brother died long ago. I can't let Chrysis walk free. I'll kill that Malaka.
Evil old witch got away because I saved a baby that's gonna die anyway. God damn it. Now what? I don't actually know what happens if you ignore the baby and chase out of the temple in order to kill Chrysis. I suspect that you just kill Chrysis and the baby dies. Because every time I've played through, I instinctively try to save the baby. Got no clues whatsoever as to her current whereabouts. I can't track her in the same way that you can with every other identified cultist. So, now what the hell am I going to do? So, your options at the moment appear to be, well, chase upon the lead in Corinth, go and speak to Anthusa in Corinthia. Because Chrysis did confirm that my mother left for Corinth after leaving Argolis. And that is the natural thing to do, but if you pay attention to the map here in Argos, at this point of the game, assuming you've taken this path, another quest has popped up. And if you're not just completing every quest in every area, it's relatively easy to miss it. By the way, there is some orichalcum down here next to the bridge, which you can use for buying legendary gear in Phokis.
Please help me.
Calm down. Tell me what happened.
Raiders in the forest. My husband, he tried to fight them off.
If your husband is facing the bandits alone, he won't have long to live.
Please, I have a child. You have to help us.
I will find your husband and the bandits.
This quest is called Death Comes for Us All, and you can pick it up at this bridge crossing the river just outside the gates of the city of Argos.
After you saved that child I knew, can't help but do the right thing, can you?
Chrysis? You killed this man just to set a trap?
It's an honor to give your life to Ira's greatest priestess. He died willingly. With him gone, I have room for one more on my council. It isn't too late to join us.
Yeah, I don't think so.
You've lost your mind, Chrysis. This is madness.
A world where a killer like you is held up as a hero. That is madness.
This is the world you helped to make. I will unmake it.
Very well. If you wish to be an agent of chaos, if you wish to be a killer, then kill, child.
Less talking, more stabbing.
We could have ruled the world together.
She's down already. Like I said, I mean, realistically, she is just an old woman. She is not difficult to kill. Oh, actually, I think it's yours. Oh, missed. Damn it. Gotcha. Now to finish this evil old witch off once and for all.
You fucking snake! I will not stop until every last cultist has met my spear. You will be erased from history. I will erase you. This is for my mother and every family you destroyed.
It's better than she deserved. And now I get to take her stuff. Gauntlets of the Immortal. It's a new set. But she's dead. And we have a clue as to the sage leading the worshippers of the bloodline. Let's take a quick look. 2 clues down, 3 more cultists need to die before I can unveil this person, but I'm probably not going to be killing them anytime soon because the Rod of Asclepius, which is the loot that you get from them, is a level 50 item, which means the cultist is also level 50. So I'll be coming back for them at some point in the future once I've uncovered their identity. And with the well-deserved death of Chrysis, we are now pretty much done in Argolis, home of Jason and the Argonauts. And so its next step, Corinthia, home of pots, prostitutes, and not an awful lot else. All that coming up in the next episode of Far Cry 6, Greek Wildlands. Do enjoy the rest of your weekend, and as always, take care, and I'll catch you next time.